Hello everyone, this is episode 2 of my Nammatj test with Andrea, and as I said before, we're heading down to the Adirondack Mountains. It's going to be snow for sure. We just had 7 to 8 inches down there and maybe just about this much here in Montreal, and I just need to get down there. I actually took half a day of vacation just to be on the safe side with the travels in the snow. People don't know how to do this driving thing on the first day of snow, so we'll see how this goes. I hope I can do better than them. I catch up with you later on the road once I'm through the city, and I'll capture a little bit of footage along the way. Well, I made it all the way to Keene Farm in the Adirondack Mountains, and I'm absolutely the only one here, which is what I was hoping for. Let's take a look at what we have. This is all fresh snow from last night. Wow, it's about a foot of snow. A super deep snow. Wow. This is usually super busy in the summer. Everyone comes here for hiking. But now, no one is here. This looks like a nice and flat area. I was here last year already and it was a very nice spot. And it's a beautiful view. You can't see this right now because it's snowing, but there's mountains all the way over there. Can't believe how quiet it is. As you can see, it's snowing. It's so pretty. That's kind of what I had hoped for last weekend, but I guess the wind was already enough to deal with. But now I'm getting my snow. I bet everything staked out, but there's no wind at all. It's just super pretty. So I have my sleeping bags out again, and my foam rest is in place. It's a little bit wobbly with the snow. I wasn't really able to straighten the snow out really well without skis or without snowshoes, and running out of light, but we'll see how I sleep with this. But what I wanted to show you is this other mattress here that I brought as kind of a luxury item this time. And I have a chair kit, and the mattress will just fold into this chair here. firm rest as well, just like the mattresses, and so even the big one fits in here, but it's not very easy, and so I have an extra one that I use for the chair. Put it in the seat, both sides, if you can. And then you have this to close the middle. Hope you can see this. These just clip in here. And without any effort, you have a super comfortable and very warm chair. Just wondering if you can hear the snowfall on the rain fly. Just love the sound. I was really hoping for this. It's as good as rain, I guess. Of course, I'm using my trusty Jetboil again because I love the speed of this thing. If you haven't tried it yet or haven't seen anyone use it, we'll test it right now. So I have 1 cup of water in here. I seriously save so much gas with this thing. I think I go through maybe 1 canister like this, the medium size. Maybe not even in 1 year. And today I'm going to eat rice and chicken. I think it's from Mountain House. And I never finish 1 portion. This is always too much. It's 2 servings. I always split it up at home. And then I have 2 meals. And yeah, just close this up and let it sit for 10 minutes. I made some hot tea earlier. I always make tea to go to work. And I still have some left, and this is going to be very welcoming right now. It's still steaming. That's going to feel good. Trying to figure out where to put this cup where it doesn't fall. Ah, here we go. Everything is so wobbly. The snow is so uneven underneath this tent. I didn't film it, but I was actually rolling around on the floor in the space where I sleep in, just to even it out a little bit. It smells good. That's good. And hot. One thing that's important when you go winter camping is that you eat enough, because that will be your furnace to keep you warm. If you don't eat enough, you're gonna get cold and your body is working hard to try to keep you warm. I can't tell if there's rain also. Sometimes it sounds like it. It might be a mixture of rain and snow. And there was some wind earlier that was kicking around, and I closed the vent back up. I actually opened it up, and the wind was driving the snow right into the tent, just little bits of it. But now I closed it again. Yeah, I can hear it in the trees. Anyway, I'm super happy that I bought this tent. Part 2 of the review, I guess. I was researching winter camping for a long time. Well, a long time, for 1.5 years. I started watching winter camping videos last summer, actually. And one of the first ones I saw, one of the few first ones, came from from Luke from the Outdoor Gear Review, and one of the tents he was using mostly is the Nammatj 2. But at the time I was looking into North Face tents. I have 3 North Face tents and I love them, and they've served me well for so many years. And that's why I just wanted to get I think it's called the Mountain 25. And I was pretty convinced I was going to get that one. But now thinking about it, with the Mountain 25 or any North Face tent really, you have to set up the inner tent first, set up all the poles. It is self-standing, but you have to inner first and then you can put the rainfly on. And in situations like today when it was snowing while I was setting it up, the inner would have already gotten pretty wet before I even had a chance to put the rainfly on. And so I'm glad I changed my mind on this, and I did some research on the Hillebergs, and the quality is just top notch for sure. The price tag is also higher than the North Face tents, but it's totally worth it, I think. I hope this is going to serve me many years. Actually, I'm going to include a link below in the description for a PDF that is a catalog of the Hilleberg, and it gives you a nice history of their tents. I think they started in something like 71, and they researched the materials and the shape and everything. So I don't have all the details in my head right now, but I'll link the PDF below. It's very cool history on some of the more significant tents, like the Nammatj history or the Nallo. Excuse me if I'm pronouncing this wrong. They showed a Nallo that was 30 years old. They showed it in a snowstorm and in a rainstorm, and it was still going strong after 30 years. So I'm hoping this one is going to last me just as long. I have to take good care of it, but it would be great. And I'm going to hop into bed and just relax a little bit. I have a lot of space here still, so I'm going to move some of my things in here. Maybe close the vent just a little bit. I don't know yet. I'm all tucked in my sleeping bags. I have my warm bottle down by my feet and it feels amazing. I highly recommend that trick. Heat up some water, put it in a bottle, and just put it in your sleeping bag and keep it close to you all night. It feels so amazing. But on my next trip I'm going to have the hand warmers for sure to put into my socks so I don't have cold feet. I catch you guys in the morning unless something interesting happens tonight. Good night. It's about 2:40 maybe, and once in a while I just hear some wind gusts that rattle the entire tent. I was hoping to capture some for you guys, but I've been waiting here for a while with my video going and nothing much is happening, of course, when I try to record it. But the tent is solid. I checked all the guidelines before I went to sleep. I just feel super safe in here, warm and safe. And it's time for me to go back to sleep. But I guess I went to bed so early, that's why I kind of woke up and started hearing the wind noises. But I'll catch up with you guys again in the morning. I slept really well. I am so warm. It was quiet most of the night except for a little bit of wind. And I wanted to tell you that the water bottle stayed warm maybe until 4 o'clock. So I started it at 8 and it was still warm at 4 o'clock. It's so worth doing that. It felt good to hold it and to have it by my feet at the beginning. It's the best thing to do in the winter for sure. I love it. Just started snowing again. Can you hear this? I can't wait to look outside. If you saw last week's episode, you remember me talking about the clothesline and that it might actually work with this little hook or this little loop over there at the corner where my lamp is hanging now. And sure enough,
it's perfect for clothesline, and just have my towel and my rain jacket on it. Let's see. It's snowing lightly. It's a grey day. A lot of leaves on the snow. That's a sign that I wasn't lying with the wind. I didn't notice it much in the tent at all, which is a good sign. I guess I pitched it very well and it hardly ever moved around. But the leaves, oh, good sign that there was wind for sure. The skaters are brand new. This is the first time I'm using them. And I'm so happy I got them just in time because there's so much snow here. This whole foot of brand new snow from yesterday's storm and from Thursday. And this would have been terrible to try to walk through without these, with any kind of winter shoes that I have. Definitely not with those hiking boots. And here we are. All the snow melted on it. It's all just water, as you can see. But this is where we are, in Keene Farm, the Canadian Alpine Club down in Keene Valley. And this is a great base to come to for hiking in any kind of year, any kind of season, sorry. But also for skiing. Oh, I see some blue sky. It's supposed to get really cold tonight. But actually I want to make a fire and cook some steak on the fire. So hopefully it won't snow that much anymore today. So we can do that. Did you hear that? Couldn't capture them on video, but they sounded pretty cool. I hope I find some animals today. I'm gonna go for a short hike today. I will show you guys later what that is. I don't remember the name now, I have to look it up again. But first, breakfast. As I was going around to tighten all of the guidelines again, I found this. Seriously, guys. I guess that's nature. They always find a way. The first time I went camping here in, up north in Quebec, I borrowed someone's tent and I don't know how many times they used it as a bathroom. It was terrible. So yeah, speaking of bathroom, I'm gonna head this way. I guess I can show you now. It was too dark yesterday. I already have kind of my path here. I'm going back and forth already. Here's the fire pit I want to clear up later on tonight. I think this is an outhouse that maybe they didn't finish. I don't know for sure. Let's check it out. Deer tracks. It's going up there through the woods. Tell you what, I love being out here. I love being in nature. It just gives me so much energy and peace and happiness. What is this thing here? Huh. Maybe to change. Maybe it's a shower. Maybe they hang a shower there or something to, like a bag. I forget what they're called, the solar bags that you can shower with. I don't know. There I am. all lonely on the field. It's a beautiful pine tree, isn't it? That's amazing. We have some nice trees here on this property. It was so warm in March with the sun that I actually brought all of my breakfast stuff out and ate right here. Something dug a hole here. See little paw prints. It's like squirrel maybe. That is so cute. Going to a tree. It's gotta be a squirrel. Clouds are moving fast. Must be very windy there. Low clouds. I think you can hear it more than you can see it. I'm going to eat my oats Joe Robinette style. So if you're watching this episode and this doesn't work, I totally blame you for this. I'm just pouring the water right into the little oat packet here. And in theory it should work. We'll see how this goes. Apple cinnamon. Put entirely too much water in this. There's going to be an oat soup. But it's okay, it's warm, it's going to feel good. And the bag's holding up. So kudos to you, Joe. Thanks for the tip. This is very easy cleanup afterward. Very watery. Actually, the apple and cinnamon isn't too bad. I think it was maple syrup and brown sugar. That was very sweet. Oh, too sweet for my taste. What do you make for breakfast in the morning? What's your favorite food? I watch some of the channels and some people actually make a fire in the morning and cook a nice breakfast over it. I just don't want to go through the hassle actually to do this. I want to get out of here and get a hike in and come back in time to make my fire. And make a filet mignon. I can't wait. Isn't that beautiful? I hope I have a good view when I'm going up to this little place I'm hiking to. I've been there once before with friends and it was a really quick and nice hike. Kind of a Sunday before going back home kind of hike. But I don't want to do anything too long today because I want to get back and get the fire going and cook some dinner. It's a beautiful day. It's right around freezing. It's 0 degrees Celsius or 32 degrees Fahrenheit. And but it's supposed to get colder. I think with the sun coming out now, I can see why.
this is where we're going today. Roostercomb Mountain. This is very cool. I remember this from last time. It's just a boardwalk. Looks really weird and amazing. There's a little pond here. The Adirondack Mountains really are beautiful. In all seasons. And of course we always have to register when we hike somewhere, just to be safe. If you don't come back, they know where you're trying to go, so always do that, obviously. It's a beautiful mixture of fall and winter here. The leaves are lit so beautifully by the light. Look at this. It's all about taking your time and discovering all these little details when you're out in nature. At least for me, I don't want to rush to the highest peak or to the furthest distance. I'd rather take the time, take a shorter hike, but find little things like this that just make me so happy. Someone definitely took snowshoes up here. I've been seeing the tracks all the way so far. This is a pretty cool rock here. And I think someone built a shelter at some point here. A little bushcraft action going on. Or maybe it was just kids. We used to do this as kids all the time, but looks like a nice space to huddle under. Very cool. I am using Gaia GPS and marked my trail ahead of time where I want to go, and that helps me find my way back even if I do get off trail a little bit. But as a rule of thumb, always know where your trail or don't go wandering off too far. The trail is really well marked here. See the yellow sign there and in the back there, and if you turn around you have one right there, and somewhere this way. I don't think you can see it, so we'll be continuing over to the right here. 1.8 miles to where we want to go. I don't think I'm actually going to go up to the top of the mountain because there was nothing there. I'm just going to go to where the beautiful view was. And this is the group of people who made all these tracks with the snowshoes. I guess they cleared the path for me. It was very nice people. They said the view is decent. I kind of want to see if I can actually camp up there. But now thinking about my setup, and my 55-liter backpack, it might not actually work because I won't fit everything in it. This looks almost like someone marked the trail with leaves. It's pretty cool. Look at this. Just all along the trail. I think the wind just blew them in. It just looks kind of funny. Little details, my friend. See all the little details that make you smile. It's so important in life. just came across a nice, it's not a couple, I guess it's a dad and her daughter. They were trying to backpack out here, and I saw them when I signed in earlier at the beginning of the trail, and I was like, oh cool, they're backpacking and camping somewhere. But they actually couldn't find the trail that connected them to the next mountain there. It was just old trail markers, and there was no path like this one here that people already trampled, and so they turned around and trying to find an alternative now. I told them if they find nothing else, they can always come to Keene Farm. I'm gonna have a fire there later on, so we'll see if they will. I showed them on the map on Gaia GPS where it is, and maybe I'll see them again later on. We'll see. This is a cool little area with all the pine trees here. It's different from what we've seen the whole time with the big, tall, older trees, and these are pretty young here. Should be getting pretty close to the end. Hope so, because I'm hungry and I need a snack. And here is probably our last mile marker. It's the view ledge that we want to go to, just 0.1 mile. I can't wait for you guys to see this. This is such an amazing view. I'll take you with me as I step out.